As we welcome a renowned spinner, Darren Lehmann.
Yes.
Hello, Buffer.
Uncle Buff.
Evening, guys. How are you?
How are you?
I'd never spun a ball in my life. I had the ball I called the buffer. It was like the dushra. It just went the other way. That had most balls, actually, lads.
The buffer.
The buffer. The buffer's beard's looking a treat too, isn't it?
Looks fantastic. Hey,
A bit like Chewbacca.
That's it. Just before we get into some more light-hearted stuff, David Warner, you spent so much time with him. To see him come out yesterday and today and make a big 100, I know that you love all these men. You must have been very, very happy.
Oh,
David.
very proud for him. His record in Australia, I think he's got the highest test average outside of Bradman in Australia. So, I mean, the way he played yesterday, he took the game on early, they put the field back, and he just played as he does every time in Test cricket in Australia. So, really happy for him the way he went about it. And he would have loved to get 200 knowing the way he was this morning. They bowled very well to him this morning. Obviously, missed out on a big score, but, yeah, really proud for him.
We don't want to spend too much time on today's play when we've got some fantastic vision here, Shane.
What do you got?
Well, 17 years and 309 days old. The man to my left made his debut for South Australia. We've got some vision of his maiden 100 for South Australia. Buff, talk us through it, your memories of this, and the vision you see of him at the end, I think you'll all enjoy.
Oh, this is going to be interesting, isn't it? Oh, that's a long time ago. I was lucky enough to actually turn that into a 200. That belly's still there, isn't it?
Oh, you got it on that minefield at the Adelaide Oval.
Oh, it was a beautiful minefield, Kerry. You had to be a good player to get runs in those days. It was green wicket, didn't spin. I was lucky enough to play against New South Wales and get some runs. So.
And there was a tough, a lot of senior players in that South Australian side. David Hooks was captain, our great friend.
Yeah, David Hooks was captain. And in that game, I fielded bat pat as all junior players do. And for me, I dropped Mark Taylor on 0, and he got 199 in the Shield game. And David Hooks didn't talk to me for a month.
If you want to see fresh-faced, have a look at Darren as he came off. He did a quick interview, which you can't hear. But
Have a look at that.
Have a look.
The teeth got cleaned up previously.
I already had a fair bit of hair under there as well, didn't he?
Looking fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Your memories of playing against Pakistan and facing their real tearaway quicks?
Scared. I was scared of fast bowling. There was no doubt. I was proper petrified. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, you weren't too brave, were you?
No.
No, we didn't like it.
No.
Didn't like it either.
So facing Wasim Akram was the best fast bowler I ever faced. Comfortably, he swung it both ways and really gave me a torrid time as a batsman. And Shoaib Akhtar, yeah, I was just scared.
Let's have a look at Buff taking on Wasim Akram. Starts confidently, and then Wasim starts to fire up.
Well, Wasim had the ability to swing the ball both ways, as Buff said, but he could also stick one up you. If he wanted to stick one up you too, he had some serious pace.
Oh, he was quick. I must have closed my eyes for that one, lads. I was back with Ian Harvey there. There you go. I tried to look cool, but I really went, wow, that was quick.
Hard to tell what he was calling you.
I think you could read lips there, H. I think you could read lips there. What did he say?
Wussy. I think...
What a superstar he was, though.
Oh, mate.
Yeah, an absolute legend of Pakistani cricket. You mentioned Shoaib Akhtar as well. Tell us about the day, before we show the vision of you playing a one-day in whites, I believe, on the subcontinent against the Pakistanis.
It was the last time we toured Pakistan in 1998, so a one-day game, and it was Rural Pindi, and Shoaib Akhtar just jumped on the scene, and he was one of those guys that was just scary. It had a massive long run, and you had too much time to think what was coming. You think, and as you can see here, he's running in. And I'm going, right, we needed 15 or 16. There's that great hook shot of mine I had, Shane Warne, look at
that. Kerry, you go on.
I went for that.
I did. Yeah. Did you win the game or not?
We won the game. I got lucky, just got lucky that day.
I didn't want to show this bit of vision. This came from somewhere else when you're facing Shoaib Akhtar. This had nothing to do with me. The boys in the tape department found a little Buff taking on Shoaib.
Out scared.
Out scared. Kerry, what are your memories of Darren the spinner?
Oh, left arm under. I mean, it was a low arm, wasn't it?
I think the thing with Buff was he was actually very handy. He was such a talented player, and we might be taking the mickey out of him. He was a fantastic player, one of the best players of spin going around that we had in Australia. And as a teammate, he was great fun. And also, when he bowled his spinners, it was a great change-up because people played for turn and they never spun, as they said, so he actually got a lot of bowled in LB. So it was very handy having Buff in the side.
The best figures in one-day international cricket, 4 for 7. How many of these did the Buffra dismissed, Buff?
All of them, and it was against the Mitre Zimbabwe, of course. Yeah, so they're swinging hard, aren't they? They must have been chasing a few for me down, but 4 for 7. So I was just lucky. I bowled a quick over. That's what Ricky Ponting liked, because we're always behind over 8 thanks to Brett Lee. So get a quick over and away you go.
Oh.
They're classy wickets, though, aren't they? Like, you know, bold and
I'll
LB.
tell you what, he's looking a little bit like Bruce Willis there, wasn't he, Buff? He's just strutting around like Bruce Willis, die hard.
I don't know what happened to Douglas Hondo. He was absent, injured that day. Do you look over your time in cricket, Darren, and pinch yourself that this game, we saw he was a 17-year-old. Now you're coach of the Brisbane Heat here, the wonderful times the game has given you?
Oh, it's been a magnificent time, the game itself in general, with playing against some of the legends of the game and being involved in a game that's so much fun. I mean, I had so much fun on and probably more fun off the field half the time, but just to play against the greats of the game, Shane Warne and cool friends, so many friends around the world. So I was lucky enough to play in England, all around the world, and just really enjoy it, represent my country, state, county, club cricket, whatever it was. It was just a great game to be a part of. So I'm just so fortunate.
Everywhere you've gone, Buff, you've been loved as a player, as a coach, and that's your legacy, isn't it? And last year, boys, I hit a hurdle on air, and I got a few supportive texts. And I don't know Buff, but I got one from him in fully supporting me and saying, just keep going, Skull. And there was a heart emoji at the end. And I thought, wow.
I'm a cuddly bear.
I tell you what,
What a
Buff,
soul.
I'll let something out which is probably outside the cone of silence, and that is Buff is a softie. He could go to the movies and cry on tap on some of the movies that you just start having a laugh with.
It's a beautiful
Buff will
thing,
have
mate.
a cry.
Why do you tell people that,
Buff
Shane?
will have a cry. Am I wrong, Buff?
No, you're correct. But don't tell people that, Shane.
What's the last movie you would have cried at, Buff?
P.S. I love you.
Oh, you are a big softie.
Yeah, I am, I know.
Vision that often gets played. Shane, you set up the running race for us because you know far more about this than I do when Buff took on the Kiwis.
Yeah, well, there's a bit of talk about who was the slowest player going around, and my foundation, the Shane Warne Foundation, we raised money for seriously ill and underprivileged children. We gave away nearly $5 million. We saved lives, and Darren Lehmann and Mark Richards from New Zealand decided to have a running race at the Adelaide Oval to say, who do you think is the fastest? So they put out the outfits. Have a look at the outfits here. We thought Buff had him, but unfortunately, Mark Richardson, look at the smile on his face. He actually got Buffer. Buffer was trying so hard. Look at it. And unfortunately, Richo got the job done. So it was a fantastic thing for Buff and Richo to do. And for the Aussies and the Kiwis, we had a beer afterwards and all had a bit of a laugh. The team's got along great.
They timed it with an hourglass.
That was a 30-metre sprint.
It wasn't a long race.
That wasn't slow-mo either.
Oh, sorry, Howard.
Sorry,
I didn't know you were Usain Bolt. I had to jump over kegs at the same time. I wanted to stop and
You want to stop and have a beer?
that was a nightmare.
Great discipline to ignore that keg, Buff.
Obviously, as you said, just one of the greats of Australian cricket and had a wonderful time coaching the Australian team. And you still talk to the Australian players now, and they said Darren was so good on the feedback and he was always working stats, analysis. I think we've got a little bit of vision and audio just showing you how much Darren was just putting his shoulder to the wheel to make Australian cricket better.
Well, this is going to be good.
We're just sitting here next to the coach. He's not a big talker. Doesn't do great interviews either. But how do you think the game went yesterday, mate? Coach, how do you think they're coming out, mate?
What about Craig Woodoo in the background shaking his head as well? Oh, Sids and Mitch Marsh. That's all right. I'll sell his car one day.
Do you miss coaching the Australian time? You had a team, you had so much success, and you're back here in the Brisbane Heat.
I loved it. It was a great job. Great lads and the way they went about it. Yeah, I probably coached a bit too long in the end because it's 300 days away a year, 5 years in a row. For me, it was just a lot of fun, fond memories, and you have ups and downs along the way, whether you're a player or a coach. But for me, it was just great fun. It was the best job in the world, and I'm sure Justin Langer would do a great job.
What's your favourite moment? Sorry, Kerry, playing cricket with Darren.
Oh, favourite moment. I think the one thing that cricket gives you is friendships. I met Buff a long time ago, probably 1990, I think we played together.
The Cortina in those days, didn't you?
For Victoria, when Buff came down to Victoria and played down there, I made my debut in 1990, so that's, 30 years ago? Yeah. So I've been friends for 30-odd years, and I think that's the great thing. Sport brings out so many emotions and that in us when we all watch it, but playing together, they're lifelong friendships. I'm sure, Skull, when you catch up with some of the guys you played with, it's like you're just hanging out together as friends. You make great friendships in cricket. There's not too many bad people in cricket. You sort of sort the bad guys out, and there's not many of them, but you make lifelong friendships, and that's what it's all about. So, you know, just playing, having great fun with Buff. We've had plenty of good times over the years, and there's plenty more good times ahead.
Darren, we appreciate your time. Best of luck with AB de Villiers, Chris Lynn and the Brisbane Heat.
Yeah, it's going to be tough to beat.
And we appreciate you as a prime time spinner joining us on Coming Spinner.
Yeah.